We wrap up week number 3 with our 6th game here of this NBA Playgrounds weekend. It is the 2-0 Legends against 1-1 Syxx. And you're going to see a lot of green and white on the court, a lot of representation from the Boston Celtics. And you're going to see Michael Jordan stepping back onto a court in Chicago. The fans are all here. Here we go. The Legends on the right, I should say, in the green and red. Bill Russell and Michael Jordan representing the Legends here. Of course, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Bill Russell, and Wilt Chamberlain. And for Syxx, which is your six-man players, you got Kevin McHale and John Havlicek. Michael Jordan, first time in a long time stepping back out onto a Chicago court. Thanks for joining us here for NBA Playgrounds. We are TV Sports 27. Real quick off the top, hit the follow button if you're on Twitch. Hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Hit a thumbs up if you're also on YouTube. And check us out at patreon.com/TV Sports 27. We want to thank our Patreon mega fans, Justin Russell and Mr. Maple. Thank you guys for being a longtime supporter of the channel. We appreciate it. We're wrapping up week number 6. So if you want to get caught up on all the standings, on all the stats, if you want to give the rosters a once-over to see who might be coming up in week 4 that you can keep your eye on, you can do so. Patreon.com/TV Sports 27. We're going to be uploading all the stats up on Patreon from the week 3 games. We're going to post the standings. We're going to get you all prepped for week number 4. Patreon.com/TV Sports 27. Michael Jordan for 2. Legends and Paint, the only 2 undefeated teams left in NBA Playground. Legends trying to get the win to go to 3-0 to match Paint. And like I said, we are here in Chicago. Michael Jordan playing in front of a Chicago court for the first time in a long time. Going up against a scrappy Syxx bunch. Syxx versus Legends, your Week 6 main event game here on NBA Playgrounds. Looks like we got some folks chatting along with us in the chat. Let me pull up my Twitch stream here so I can give you guys a little thank you. Oh my goodness, the volume is just blaring, so you're hearing everything. And I'm trying to turn the volume down, and there's going to be a fast break for Bill Russell. And he's being a little, a little too much into it, Bill Russell. And I don't see any chat again. It's the second time it's done it. I don't know if I just have to have this open the whole time. Feels like the Twitch chat ain't working. Michael Jordan! Legends up 10-7. We're going international for week 4 on NBA Playground, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a little surprise where we're going to go. What is this? What is this? A fireball! Oh, Michael Jordan right now. He's reminding the folks of Chicago. We brought him 6 NBA championships off the backboard. Oh, Bill Russell throwing an elbow. Here comes Jordan. Now, this is kind of an interesting matchup here. There's going to be 4 as the Legends starting to pull away. You got the greatest players in NBA history going up against the greatest 6-man in NBA history. So who's going to win out? Is it better to be a legend, the every-minute guy? Or is it better to be the assistant player, the player that comes in and makes the Legends look good? Right now, the Legends blowing out Syxx, and that's why the Legends are so stacked, and people had them pegged as your early favorites to win the league championship. USFL Sunday as well. We got the Maulers, or the Maulers, the Maulers play tomorrow. We have the Generals and the Stallions going at it. We also have the Guardians and the Brahmas, part of the XFL going on right now. So a lot of good stuff, a lot of sports. Do you love having spring football? My goodness. All the football we can handle. XFL, USFL, IFL. The football I can handle. 21-13, speaking of football, I got like a football score there. And That was just a rough effort by Havlicek. Wow, Legends really starting to pull away here. Kevin McHale. There's 2 points there. 23-15 now. It's a mystery opportunity here for Syxx, and they can really get back into this one. Bill Russell, he's had a hard time with his dunks, but Michael Jordan is right there on every single rebound. I think you have to be within the star to get the points. Let's see. No, 4 points. It is a double, and that's going to be a 6-point play. The next go-around here. Oh, I forgot if you use your push, you lose the bonus. That was my mistake. That would have been a 6-point play. Let's see if we would have gotten it. Oh, that would have been for 6. That's rotten. Lava Man. Welcome, Lava Man. I guess we technically are. We do have a Madden fantasy draft. Not with current players, but our XFL series that we do is with the Legends of Football. And we did a fantasy draft style. So we're going to stream the RXFL tomorrow. That's part of Patreon Sunday. Our Sunday night RXFL game is on Patreon, but all the other games you can check out the replay, Lava Man, over on our YouTube page. But maybe you're looking for a fantasy draft with actual current football players. I did 2 years of it. I'm not sure if you were a part of it back then on our previous channel, but we did with the Cincinnati Bengals. We had 2 years of a fantasy draft run. I tried to do a fantasy draft with the Madden that I have, and the computer didn't really draft that well, so I ended up with a stacked team that had like Russell Wilson and Von Miller and on my Packers team. But yeah, do check out the RXFL if you want to see kind of our take on the fantasy draft with all the legends. There's some even modern day players mixed in there, but it's all the legends of pro football with some relocation teams and all that fun stuff. Syxx trying to work their way back into this, and they're getting close. They're only down by 1 after the Legends had a huge lead. Bill Russell. Bill Russell hasn't done too much here this evening. It's been all Michael Jordan. I mean, it's Chicago. What do you guys think on the Legends roster? It's Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain. Are those the 4 you would consider the Mount Rushmore of basketball? Who else, if not one of those 4, would you put on this Legends team? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments on YouTube. 1-point game. Now, the Legends, they had to go to overtime last week in the New York subway just to survive. And it could be a nice little comeback here for Syxx. That's going to be off the backboard as they're poisoned right now. Larry Bird is on our Birds of Prey team. He's with Anthony Davis and Trae Young. Who else on the Birds of Prey? Can pull it up real quick here. And I got my roster sheet. Patreon.com/tvsports27. You can check out the roster. Poison, no good. Now, we had a game earlier this week where players were poisoned. They were just hitting shots left and right. Michael Jordan, he's rebounded and put back everything. Birds of Prey is Larry Bird, Joe Johnson, Anthony Davis, and Trae Young. So Larry Bird. But, you know, when we get into the offseason, trades could happen. Maybe Larry Bird get traded to the Legends, and they can get another Bird player on their team. So anything could happen. Who would you take off the Legends team, Lava Man, if you were to add Larry Bird? Oh, Michael Jordan. I'm going to be interested to see the stats after this, because I'm pretty sure it's been Jordan that's done everything. And that last dunk right there with about a minute and a half. You're never completely out of it in NBA playgrounds, but it's not looking good for Syxx right now. Syxx is the only team that's hit the 60-point mark this season. Everyone else has been into the 50s, but Syxx, they got 62 last week. Even in our triple overtime game we just had, we didn't even get into the 60s. Oh, well, Bill Russell, I mean, he's getting the blocks down. That's for sure. Another miss from Russell. There we go for 2. This is the second big run for Legends here. Oh my goodness. How many times have we seen that? Have we seen Syxx going in for a shot and Michael Jordan and Bill Russell just knock it away? Kevin McHale, John Halavec. They've been roughed up here. Legends are about to go to 3-0. Lava Man would kick Bill Russell off the Legends. Man. Isn't he the logo? He's the NBA logo, isn't he? Alright, it's going to be an opportunity here. A very small one, but an opportunity nonetheless for Syxx, as they're going to have a double point well, and that might have just taken it away. If they can get the dunks here, then they can get 4-point dunks to maybe get back into this one. But, I mean, you can't push, or you're going to lose your double points. And it's a 13-point game. Well, they might try to make it a little more. They only got 2 out of it. 53-42, your final. Dr. J, I think Dr. J is in this game. I'm pretty sure he is. Well, like I said, let me know. Comment up when we get into the off season. You know, that's something we can shuffle the rosters up a little bit. So there's your victory. Bill Russell actually had 23 points. So I'm ragging on Bill Russell the whole game. He actually had as many points as Jordan. Just felt like Jordan had the most. But of course, MJ is going to be your MVP. That is going to do it for NBA Playgrounds, but stay tuned. Right here on Twitch, we're going to play MLB The Show. We're going to do 2-player lot games to wrap up the series with the Miami Marlins, and then we're going to do big moments from the next 2 series. So a little MLB The Show coming your way, coming up next right here on Twitch. So Brady Man, thank you for joining us. Stay tuned. We got a little baseball coming your way shortly.